Here, a lot of ways to destroy the Zeri, and Teddy right now definitely. Poppy, on the other hand, will be a similar idea in terms of how you can set up team fights. It's going to give you a little bit of a late game insurance policy as well in terms of setting up fights on your footing. Going to be very free laning phase here as well for the Poppy into the Jax, and that's what they're going to opt into. I like the Aatrox a lot, but the Aatrox is a lot more all in on we're going to win this game early mid, and then there is no fallback, whereas the Poppy, I think, still fits the theme, but is going to be, you know, if you go to a 30-minute team fight later on, you might just be able to turn that into a 5v3 briefly where the NILAH gets in there, you get those.
Ooh, T1 fans at full voice after their victory in game number 1, and now looking to augment that with a second win. Hold on to the top of the standings here. Of course, we're breaking a tie between these two squads here in week 2. They are neck and neck at 4th place. This will define who will be at the top and who will be towards the bottom.
Yeah, it is very important momentum-wise for both these teams here in the early season. Summoner's back available, right? So now this lane is essentially lost here for Teddy. I mean, but this is expected, and at least that he lives makes this a somewhat salvageable situation, but still exactly what you're looking for here for KERIA.
Yeah, not having a great time here, as we can see, as Ona is going to find Closer, throws his charm away and gets hit by the turret. Like, I don't know how more dead you could be. That is first blood going over to Ona.
Yeah, that was
a series of events. Maybe too much of an issue.
Well, T1 are going to start this Drake up right now, and because Faker has such insane prio in mid, so that hook's going to miss, there's just no way that they could turn this into a cross map on the Herald early. Ults are traded, and yes, Bertle has the advantage, but Willer was bottom side, does go back and buys 2 control wards.
Yeah, I really, really like this from T1, keeping that pressure high and knowing that they have that level 6 advantage, level 7 in fact, for the bottom lane here of T1, utilizing that passive.
6 is up. I mean, this is an all-in opportunity.
Yep, Kyle does have the depth charge as Teddy finally hits his ult, and now can T1 make this one happen? They dive forward, he's just in a bouncy castle, but they're unable to finish him off. Owner is going to be taken down. KERIA is dead as well. It's a double for the Zeri, as GUMAYUSI's still at full health, but it's 2 kills on Teddy.
Now, it's really critical that Guma lives here because now he can, of course, continue to try to push advantages here on the bottom side of the map, and Teddy is losing a lot of CS. Cross-map, Willer did eventually get the Herald. It took a long time.
Attached to Guma, and and then Guma died immediately.
Yeah. I got scared about what was happening in picture-in-picture there, but
oh, speaking of getting scared.
I should be scared.
Yeah. Ona is, okay, ring around the rosy. We played this game before. Bertle, pretty good at it. And let's see how this one's going to, okay, well, walking. Walking's going to do it. Walking is the strategy. And Bertle went fishing and got himself a Vi. That is successfully landed.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's the second time he's done that this game, where he's just able to run circles around Owner, quite literally. And now Owner's going to miss Willer, it looks like, that is to say.
Well, Sejuani going to make it into the brush. Spots
each
out
other.
this Vi. There's the Glacial Prison. They waste 0 time, and that is a dead Vi. Gorgeous play from LSB.
And I'm not entirely sure what the idea here is for Owner. Like, who is he looking for there? You're not going to be able to get the all-in on the Sejuani. Ari is missing. Yeah, Faker has prio, but he's not blocking the Ari from coming up. And, I mean, Owner didn't need to, like, flash the wall if he doesn't stick around there, but he sticks around for way too long. Went over the wall, so had no way out. Just kind of a peculiar choice there. Decides, of course, that he thinks he might be able to get out fast enough, and maybe just a miscommunication between him and Faker, not communicating that Closer is coming up. You need to flash this wall or you're dead. He does not, so a bit of a mistake there. And, you know, Live Sandbox did also disappoint us in week 1 of the... Okay, hold that thought.
That's a hook. GUMAYUSI is going to walk into them. Arctic Assault is fantastically timed, but the Apotheosis is too good. Owner is going to be here.
The turn.
And look at how much time the Jubilant Veil bought into the... Zeri goes the Vi, and yeah, she explodes, but it's her health bar that's going to go down the majority of the way. And T1... Oh, man, glorious counterplay.
Yeah, I mean, you try to engage on the NILAH, she could turn that around so quickly with a Yuumi on her back especially. And this is a bit of a mistake here. Lots of gold back into the hands of T1 as Kyle trying to make something happen here, clear this wave as fast as he can.
Yeah, Just some turret shots being soaked there by KERIA as owner on this Chemtech Drake. Second of the game, going to go over to T1, and they're going to grab the first turret as well here on this bottom side.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, this NILAH+YUMMI situation is working out extraordinarily well for this team thus far, as Zeus gets himself into position. Won't have the heroic charge now as Emperor's Divide is leapt away from, but I don't know whether that is going to be the solution he's looking for. Gets himself the counter-strike and leaps away. What is this? Bertle didn't have flash, and he almost manages to get away.
Almost buys enough time
towards this top side, but not going to be there in time. And I'm going to give that to Bertle. That was a great play.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was going to say. Like, we got a little bit disappointed with Live Sandbox in week 1 of Spring. We were a little bit baited, and then they actually ended up being a top 3 players in the top lane. His play was most impressive in that moment.
Well, we're going to see a bit of a battle here as Willer is going to be able to take the Rift Herald, but they throw away the Ahri, and now Willer is just dead, donated for the good of the colony. They're not going to be able to grab the eye here either. So it is a bit of local gold collected here by Live Sandbox. That's nicely done. However, they lose their Sejuani, and T1 retain control of the map. 2,000 gold, approximately the lead for them, as well as Zeus now making his way into the enemy jungle. Faker, oh, he was thinking about going over to clear out that ward. That could have been his death, as Teddy and Kyle trying to get on in here. As Owner once again on a little bit of a mission. He ults, he does get charmed, but there's the slowdown from the Everfrost. There's the flash forward from Bertle as well. They should be able to grab this kill. There it is.
Guma.
Oh, Zeus might face check in here as there it is. Closer now, looking to close in. No pun intended. Lands the charm. There's the teleport. As Faker is going to come through as well. Heroic charge to keep Willa busy. Kyle is definitely the tasty target. They do get the depth charge out of him. He should be able to back away. Live Sandbox using everything defensively. They will be able to success. Okay, well, in they go. Closer doesn't quite find the value he's looking for, and that is a 2-man Emperor's Divide. Faker now calls in the cavalry as Zeus was teleporting, and they'll get the knock-up. And Faker says, not on my watch, not today. The flash from Zeus. Blast Cone going to get Willa relatively far away. Winter's Wrath, but there is a gameplay button you can press, and Cease and Desist will say no. GUMAYUSI going to find Kyle, and Kyle's like, I'm getting out of here.
We can see a big counter-strike from Bertle. He did not teleport onto Vision.
If there's ever a time to fight, it's with Willa around a Baron. But they don't have Willa, so it's going to be very, very difficult already. Stopwatch has to be used. As into the backline goes GUMAYUSI, and he just eliminates Teddy. Faker is going to go down, but I think that's a worthy sacrifice here to kill everybody else. Closer slinks away, so it's not everyone. And of course, has ultimate available and the ability to press that Jubilant Veil button. Then it just feels like they can do anything that they want and always have the ability to win these fights.
I mean, Teddy,
it's a great draft.
Yeah, he has no agency because Owner has ult, right? You know, oh, that's
onto Faker. It's a decent hit there as he gets charmed as well. Bertle looking for the counter-strike. Emperor's Divide defensively is very, very nice. Is now Owner trying to get out of there. GUMAYUSI still has ultimate, but they don't have the final chapter, and it looks like T1 are going to have to back away for now.
Yeah, they already had that bottom inhibitor down. They wanted to get a little bit more here. Nice play from Willer. It does land on the Faker to try to push them back. No punish going to come through. Oh, I say that.
Yeah, Faker actually backing a little bit late there as now everybody is rushing after the Pigeon. Will the Azir survive? Has to flash the extendo beam.
Willer obviously used his ult. Can he get into range here?
I think so. Arctic Assault going to come through here as Shifting Sands. Beautifully done. Faker is going to get to his outer turret.
Oh no, the NILAH is coming
to turn up. Teleport in as well as Faker. He can go home and then teleport back if he'd like to. Everfrost was decent, but I don't know whether this is going to be it. Oh my goodness, the combination of the Apotheosis and the Steadfast Presence is like, I'm going to pull you in.
Going to be the last to fall here, but look at the push in mid. That's going to be the second inhibitor. Have his Titanic just yet, and that's going to be T1 also casually picking up this Cloud Soul. And you're hard chasing an Azir,
and you give it to him.
What about this helicopter spinning, whipping around thing?
Oh yeah, I mean there's that.
I'm going with Guma myself.
Yeah, I think that yeah, that's a nice ultimate that we see just there as Closer is going to get ceased and desisted. As GUMAYUSI was dealing with the top inhibitor turret, does manage to sort that one out as now Bertle fighting with the NILAH. Closer going to go down as a bit of an afterthought here as Owner trying to get out of here. He's like, I bought the time, guys. You just go and kill everyone. As Teddy might be able to grab the kill onto him. There it is. There is at least one for Live Sandbox as Faker put up the Emperor's Divide. I don't know who he was trying to hit with it, but maybe he was just using it for fun.
I mean, Bertle got bashed.
Oh,
think
was
it's a
it
bit of a
Willa or was it Birtle that died to that one?
Birtle, I believe, died to it, and one additional auto there from the Sand Soldier. Kyle, the last to fall. And, yeah, it was a close game 1. Game 2, not so much.
Yeah, it was close until the series really wasn't. And I think the bottom lane had so much to do with it. 7-0-7 on this NILAH for GUMAYUSI. After almost 300 days of seeing the champion, she comes in and says, by the way, I'm really good into Zeri. And it absolutely worked out. Loved the combination with the Poppy there as well. So, really, like, if you're going to win for the first time on Red Side,